Greeting, Dennis Daniels here. This is a quick tutorial on Moodle importing gift questions, gift formatted questions rather. And the point here is going to be stretching, matching questions as far as you can. Teachers, high school teachers, I know your pain. You don't live in an ivory tower of university largesse and time. So, you need to get the most bang for your buck from the materials you produce. Let's take a look at how I would approach the problem. I've already done work of setting up the matching questions. You can see all the equals. Oops, made some mistakes here. I'm going to just do a little scan to make sure everything is hokey dokey. Make sure that all the work is done correctly. Again, this is the type of work that takes hours to do. And it would be very nice if there was an interface to allow teachers to assign these kinds of assignments so they would be automatically formatted. I've gone on this particular path, gone down this particular path a couple of times before if you've looked at my some of my other videos. So file, save as, call these matching gift. Matching gifts. I like that, matching gifts. Matching gift. Okay, so there are my questions. And now here's the format. Let's take a look at the format. There's the format. Okay, so matching begins with an equal sign and separated by the symbol hyphen and then the less than symbol. Hyphen and the less than symbol. There it is, looks good. Scan down, scan down, scan down. I hope that doesn't cause a problem. Looks good. Now, what I want to do though is I want to stretch this out as far as possible. Since there's not a randomizer, there's no randomizer in the matching question data bank, you have to randomize them yourself. You have to randomize yourself. There's no randomizer in the matching question data bank, so you have to randomize yourself. And that's easy enough to do if you're good with a keyboard. Let me show you how I do it. I have my questions, so I'm going to put my, let me check the block phrase I need to use. Matching question. Okay, so I'm going to use matching question. Please match the following terms below. Okay, so there's my block phrase. Make sure I'm doing it correctly. Matching question. All right, curly brace. Now, I can add as many as I want in here. It says I have to have a minimum of 3. So I'll use a minimum of 3. Do I need to have a space in there? No, I don't need to have a space. So that's just fine. Just like that. Pretty picture, pretty code. So I can use this, Control C, and I can just drop it down here, Control V. And again, I'll go ahead and get rid of those, and Control V. I'm hoping that these longer sentences don't get cut off because Moodle doesn't handle long text strings very well in the matching question, if I recall correctly. So go through, add my tags. The blank lines may not be an issue, so let's go ahead and just do a test. Maybe I don't have to spend so much time cleaning up, although I do like to have it clear so I can see which ones I've added. So it shouldn't take very long. In fact, I'll have a bunch of randomized questions here very quickly. I should have saved this text. Let's see, Control V. And I'll see now, this is where it gets interesting. I'll just go ahead and grab this one, Control C, and I'll put it at the end of this one. Control V and paste. Now I've got all of my questions now. Didn't take very long, did it? Now file, save as. I'm going to name this as a different text. File, save as gift1. Control S. Now let's go to my website. Hopefully it works. I live in a country where technology is still a bit of a struggle as far as internet technology. Server error affects your login session. Nice. Okay, I'm back in, getting closer, and I'm going to import these questions into my computer database, into my computer question database. Now I should qualify that most of my quizzes are randomized because I expect my students to be able to find the answers on the web. Good searching skills are as important as any other skill. All my quizzes are open web, open mouth, open brain. I don't care really where the students get the answers. Because the questions are randomized, they are expected to be able to answer questions from all areas of the materials we've covered. I don't care how the students get the answers, because in the real world, in my world, no one cares where you get the answers as long as you've got them. No one cares how you got the answer, as long as you have it. That's just part of my business training, having gone from industry to education. Industry is unforgiving. If you don't know the answer, you don't have a job. If you don't know how to find the answer, you don't have a job. Control S. Now let's log in. Still waiting. In a moment I will import these questions. Computers. Click. Really need to figure out why that's squinching up like that. Loading, loading, loading. Takes a long time. So, Control E. Again, Miss Daniels, this is a quick show or quick demonstration of how to stretch matching questions as far as you can. You as a teacher, if you're overworked as I am, you need to make sure that you've maximized, leverage your materials as far as you can, and you use randomized questions and stretch your matching questions as you can. Quizzes. Let's import my first batch and edit questions right there. And let's see, category, computers. I set them all in the computer category. Import. Now, import GIF format. Yes. Category is default. Why did it do that? I set it to computers. Right there. And browse. Desktop. TikTok, TikTok, TikTok. Matching gift 1. Open. And upload this file. Could not find matching. Oh, look at that. Okay, we've got all kinds of errors. Okay, so I need to go look at my file. So it looks like it doesn't like the spaces in my sentences. Let's see, where does it fail? Where's the first one? Real time. So it doesn't like the spaces in between. It doesn't strip. Okay, so the matching question import doesn't strip empty lines from the import file. So that means I have to go and strip them. So it's if I had a proper text editor, I could use a regex to strip out all of the blank lines. I need to install that. Okay, go through, strip out all the bad questions or bad empty lines, Control S. Now let's do it again, Control S, go to the top. My tags look good. Blank line in between the sentences, I know that much is true. Good. Okay, Control S. Now let's import this question again. Go back and click Continue. Now I should give some indicator of what these which these terms are, because there's no way when I look at the student says that they're having questions or having problems with the match the following terms, there's no way for me to chase this down based on that one phrase, because all of them have that same phrase, which is a bit of a bummer. Let's see how I can fix that. Well, actually, let's go ahead, import questions from file one more time. Import, computers, browse, gift1, open, and upload this file. Alright. This type of question requires at least 3 answers. Okay, it imported 8 questions from file. I don't know where that error comes from, because all of my... there's one. So, that's fine. I'm okay with that. I got 8 questions from this file. Now I'm going to create more questions, but I'm going to mix them around a little bit. And that's what we came here to do. So, file, save as, gift1. Now I'm going to use a different file format. Let's go file, open. Let's see if I've still got matching gift, whether or not. Okay, that's the same as matching gift1, except that one's not clean. Matching gift, let's go file, open, matching gift 2. Now this is the one I can start messing around with. So I can take this question, Control C, and pop it in here, Control V. Take this question, Control C, pop it in there. Take this question, Control C, pop it in there, and Control C. Take this down here, Control V. See, all I'm doing really is Control C. I'm just moving or randomizing in a very manual way a bunch of questions for the matching questions. And what I'm doing, yes, there are going to be duplicates, and no, I don't care. The high school environment or the school, often in the trenches, it's about getting students engaged and working as quickly as possible, and that usually means that you have to use whatever you have at your disposal. Now, often what you have at your disposal is very limited time in the computer lab for most teachers, and even less time for curriculum development. So you use the tools that you have as much as you can. So I haven't done a very thorough job of mixing up my questions, but you can see the idea. For demonstration purposes, you can get the point in terms of how to shuffle around some of your answers a little bit, some of your questions, so that you can get a little more stretch out of your data, out of your questions. So browse and matching gift 2. Let's make sure I actually cancel and make sure I save this. Control S, matching gift 2, browse, and matching gift, open, and upload this file. Okay, so I've got, well, I imported 7 more questions. So I'm feeling okay with that. I got 15 questions out of this out of a very long list of vocabulary terms that I can now use for over and over in my classrooms. So I want to thank you for your time. Again, this is all in light of trying to help teachers who don't have a whole lot of time to create curriculum or a whole lot of access to digital curriculum, as it is rare and often not prepared for teachers or prepared for an electronic environment like Moodle. So again, I randomize most of my quizzes, and I keep all of my quizzes open, because in the industry once you get out into the workplace, people really don't care where you get the answers as long as you have the answers. So my quizzes are open web, and I expect my students to know how to search the web. So thanks again. My name is Dennis Daniels, and happy computing.